welcome to the second video in our General Obligation Bond Referendum informational series. This week I will discuss student enrollment. I will share details about how Iowa schools certify enrollment annually. We will examine the enrollment trends for Woodward Granger schools, and I will also discuss how our upcoming referendum addresses our future needs. Thank you for taking the time to learn more. In Iowa, we count the number of students served in our schools on October 1st each year. Our State Department of Education requires schools to submit enrollment data on October 1st. Then there is a 2-week window in which the department and local school districts address any potential errors in the data. On October 15th, each district across our state certifies their enrollment. Knowing the number of students served is a critical piece of information for Iowa schools because it drives our funding and budgeting processes. Since the year 2000, we have experienced steady enrollment growth. Back in October of 2000, our certified number of students served was 722 students. This year, we expect to certify an enrollment of 1,147 served students. Those numbers equate to averaging just under 2% annual growth since the year 2000. If you look at just the last 5 years, the average rate of growth increases to 2.82%. In just the past 2 years, we have grown by 81 students. There is only one other 2-year period since the year 2000 when we have grown by more than 80 students. As a growing district, we are intentional about looking to the future. This graph shows our annual enrollment since 2000. The graph also then shows 3 scenarios for potential enrollment growth. The black line shows a projection using 2% annual growth. Remember, that is what we have averaged since 2000. The green line uses a 2.5% growth projection. This is related to that average that we have seen over the last 5 years, 2.8%. The gold line is based on 3% growth over the future years. There have been 8 years in the last 20 years when we have exceeded 3% annual growth. Enrollment growth and projecting into the future are an important part of our work, and we're critical to our projections and looking at the facilities needs that we have as we prepared for bond referendum. We know that we have larger grade levels working their way through our system, and that we will need more capacity at our secondary grades very soon. In recent years, our graduating classes have generally been between 60 to 70 students. As those classes have graduated, we've brought in kindergarten classes around 90 students. This upcoming referendum will create the funding to build a new middle school and to remodel existing spaces at our Woodward Secondary campus. We're excited about the opportunity to create state-of-the-art learning spaces for our students. If you're interested in learning more, I hope you will consider joining us at one of our upcoming community informational meetings next week. We will be meeting in Woodward next Tuesday evening in our middle school and high school auditorium, and then in Granger next Thursday evening in our elementary school commons. Both meetings will begin at 7:00 p.m. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about the impact of student enrollment on our district, and thank you for supporting Woodward Granger schools.